Alright, magandang araw grade 9 students. So, para sa araw na to, ang lesson natin ay Solving Quadratic Equations by the Quadratic Formula. Okay? So, this is lesson 2.4. So, bali ito yung pang-apat na paraan ng pagsosolve ng mga quadratic equations. Okay? So, let's begin. Number 1. Solve for x in x squared minus 5x plus 6 equals 0. So, lahat ng quadratic equations na naka-standard form ay maaaring masolve gamit yung formula na x equals negative b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So, ito yung tinatawag nating quadratic formula. Okay? Ngayon, saan makukuha yung values ng a, ng b, at saka ng c? So, dun yan sa given equation. Okay? So, yung value ng a, ano yung value ng a? We have 1. Merong 1 dyan. Diba? Sa quadratic term. Yung value naman ng b ay negative 5. At yung value naman ng c ay positive 6. So, ipa-plug in natin yun sa a, sa b, at sa c. Okay? So, we have x equals negative. Ano ulit yung value ng b? We have negative 5. And then, plus minus the square root of b squared. So, that is negative 5 squared. And then, minus 4 times the value of a. So, that is 1. And then, times the value of c, which is 6. All over 2 times the value of a. So, 1 ulit. Tapos, continue simplifying lang, no? So, x equals negative of negative 5, that is positive 5. And then, copy plus minus the square root of negative 5 squared, that is 25. And then, negative 4 times 1 times 6, that is negative 24. So, minus 24. Sa denominator naman, meron tayong 2 times 1. So, that is equal to 2. Tapos, ituloy lang na i-simplify yung nasa loob ng square root. So, x equals 5 plus minus the square root of 25 minus 24 is 1. All over 2. So, continue simplifying. Pwede nating isimplify yung square root of 1. So, x equals 5 plus minus, anong square root ng 1? 1 din. All over 2. Pagkatapos, isosolve na natin yung dalawang equations na yan. No? Dalawang equation yung kasi meron tayong plus and minus. So, yung isang equation, we have x equals 5 plus 1 all over 2. At yung isa namang equation ay x equals 5 minus 1 all over 2. Pag sinimplify natin yung nasa left side, so x equals yung 5 plus 1, syempre that is 6 all over 2. And 6 over 2, that is equal to 3. So, x equals 3. Sa kabila naman, we have x equals, so 5 minus 1 is 4 all over 2. And x equals 4 divided by 2 is 2. So yung dalawang roots natin or solutions para sa quadratic equation na x squared minus 5x plus 6 equals 0 ay 3 and 2. Alright? Another example. Solve for x in x squared minus 7x plus 3 equals 0 gamit yung quadratic formula. So again, the quadratic formula, we have x equals negative b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Tapos identify lang natin yung ABC. So a is equal to, anong number dito or numerical coefficient? That is 1. So a equals 1. B is equal to negative 7. And C is equal to positive 3. So, substituting the values, we have x equals negative. No, kasi meron tayong negative dito sa formula eh. Tapos, yung value ng B ay negative 7. Plus minus the square root of B squared. So, negative 7 squared. And then minus 4 times the value of A, so 1, times the value of C, which is 3, all over 2 times A, so 1. Tapos i-simplify lang natin, so x equals negative of negative 7, that is positive 7, plus minus the square root of negative 7 squared is 49, and negative 4 times 1 times 3, that is negative 12. Sa denominator naman, 2 times 1, so 2. I-simplify natin yung nasa loob ng square root. So, x equals 7 plus minus the square root of 49 minus 12 is 37. All over 2. Now, i-check natin yung radical or yung square root, no? Square root of 37. So, wala nang square root ang 37 at hindi na rin siya pwedeng i-simplify kasi wala namang factor ang 37 na perfect square. So, anong ibig sabihin yan? Ayan na yung final answer natin. Okay? So, yung dalawang roots natin ay x equals 7 plus square root of 37 all over 2. At yung isang root naman ay 7 minus square root of 37 all over 2. Okay? So, pwede natin paghiwalayin or pwede na tayong huminto dito. Okay? Last example. Solve for x in 2x squared minus 8x minus 12 equals 0. So again, sulat mo ng quadratic formula, no? X equals negative b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay? Now, take note dun sa given. Kung papansin ninyo, no? Yung quadratic term, yung linear term, at yung constant term, lahat sila ay divisible by 2. Diba? So, actually, pwede nating i-divide yan. I-divide natin lahat ng terms by 2. Pero for illustrative purposes, huwag na nating i-divide ng 2. Okay, try na natin i-plug in agad yung values ng ABC. Okay? So, ang value ng A natin ay 2, ang value ng B ay negative 8, at ang value ng C ay negative 12. Okay, so x equals negative times yung B natin is negative 8, and then plus minus the square root of B squared. So, negative 8 squared. minus 4 times A, so 2, times C, so negative 12. All over 2 times A, so times 2. Simplify natin, so x equals negative of negative 8 is positive 8, copy plus minus, and then square root. Yung negative 8 squared is 64, and then negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. Negative 8 times negative 12 is positive 96. So plus 96. All over 2 times 2 is 4. So we have x equals 8 plus minus the square root of 64 plus 96 is 116 all over 4. Pagkatapos, i-check natin yung radical or yung square root. Okay? So wala namang eksaktong square root ang 160, pero meron pa siyang perfect square factor. Okay? At ano ang perfect square factor ng 160? It is 16. So, ibig sabihin, pwede nating i-factor yung 160 as 16 times 10. So, we now have x equals 8 plus minus the square root of 16 times 10 all over 4. So, x now is equal to 8 plus minus. Kapag kinuha natin yung square root ng 16, that is equal to 4. So, lalabas na yung 4 sa square root. So, we have 4. And then, ang naiwan lang sa loob ay yung square root of 10. And then, copy the denominator, 4. Okay? Next step, i-check natin yung mga terms. So, yung 8 ay divisible by 4. Yung 4 square root of 10 ay divisible by 4. At yung denominator ay divisible din syempre by 4. So, i-divide natin lahat ng terms by 4. So, 8 divided by 4 is 2. 4 divided by 4 is 1. And sa denominator, so 4 divided by 4 is 1. So, we now have x equals 2 plus minus 1 square root of 10 all over 1. Okay? So, last step na lang natin. Pwede nating tanggalin yung denominator, no? Kasi 1 naman yung denominator, so pwede nang tanggalin yan. Isa pa, para sa radical, no, yung 1, in the same way na 1x is just x, yung 1 square root of 10, pwede na lang siyang square root of 10. So, ang final answer natin, x equals 2 plus minus the square root of 10. So, ayan yung dalawang roots or solutions natin, no? Yung isa ay 2 plus square root of 10 at yung pangalawa naman ay 2 minus square root of 10. Okay, maraming salamat. So, it's your turn to practice. So, you may try to solve the following problems, no? Number 1, 2x squared minus 7x plus 6 equals 0. Number 2, x squared plus 3x plus 1 equals 0. And number 3, x squared minus 8x plus 13 equals 0. Alright? So, yung unang makakapagbigay ng tamang sagot sa kahit alinman sa tatlong problem na yan ay magkakaroon ng plus 1 sa worksheet number 2. Okay? So, maraming salamat. Pakilagay lang yung inyong sagot sa comment section. See you in the next lesson.